Welcome to another edition of Talking Models. Today we're going to look at a blast from the past, the Horizon Flash. Released in the 90s, this was an all-resin kit, an actual beautiful sculpt, and a hard kit to come by. They were plentiful for a while at a very high price. They would float around, you'd see them at hobby shows, you'd see them on eBay, and all of a sudden they've kind of dried up. I'm sure you can still find one. I was blessed to find this one. There was a guy on hobby boards on Facebook posting a bunch of kits from a convention he was at. And I seen this one in the stash, so I reached out to him and boom, we made a deal. So I was happy to get it, and I had to dig right in and start building it. So here it is, the Flash. You can see this is just a beautiful kit. You've got the simple nameplate that says the Flash. The base is just a simple round base with a lightning bolt going across the base. You've got the dynamic motion of the Flash as he's caught running at top speed, but we were able to catch him so you can see him. A lot of muscle detail in the front. You've got the insignia on the chest with the lightning bolt. You get the two little lightning bolts on the side of his mask. You got the lightning bolts around him, just like you saw in the old comic strips of how the Flash looked. The face, the action in the face, just it's a nice fluid motion. I believe it's one of the best Flash kits out there to date. Maybe someone will release one soon that tops this one, and I'll be looking for it. I'm a fan of the Flash, of the old DC Comics, Silver Age, and this one had my name all over it. So let's talk a little bit about what I did to bring this kit to life. And you can see how I painted this kit. So I base coated the figure with Styrolrez gray, and I did the base in Styrolrez black. That was my starting point. I wanted really deep shadows so I could build up some vibrant reds and yellows. Now for the base itself, I started with the base and added another black over the Styrolrez black using the Anita acrylic black. Again, I wanted to deepen the shadows in this. So once I was done with that, believe it or not, I added another layer of black using the Freak Flex body bag black. That's one of the flattest blacks I've encountered. So I wanted that to be another movement to put on the base, again, to build up my shadows. So I simply started building the base color with Garage US Dark Red. Again, over the black. You want to spray that evenly. It'll be a nice tone because of the black starting point. And you get a nice red. So once I had that done, I wanted to do the lightning bolt. So I sprayed that with Freak Flex Coward's Yellow and gave that a couple coats. I probably did 2 or 3 light coats, just building up that yellow. So once I had that done, I painted the outline of the lightning bolt and the outside edge of the base with Freak Flex body bag black. And that had some nice colors going for it. So what I did then is I pulled out some Garage US Transparent Mars Red, and I simply misted that over the base on the red area. That way you get a nice little contrast, and it really made the base pop out. And with that said, believe it or not, the base was done. Now for the face, this has a very limited face area, the skin area if you will. So I wanted to try a couple different things. So with the face, again, over the gray, I base coated the face with Reaper Suntan Flesh. I shot that and got a nice coloring of that on there. And then from there I simply started shading the face with the Reaper Suntan Shadow. You know, just to kind of give it a little bit of accents and shadowing on the creases of the skin along the cheek area, around the face area where it meets into the mask. You just kind of dabble back and forth, and you come back, you can re-highlight with your original flesh tone and then go back in with the shadow tone. And that's all I did on the face at this point. I'll come in later and do some deepening of the shadows with some pastels and such. Now, for the body, I base coated the suit with Garage US Dark Red. And again, it just gives you a nice color when you go over the black. I then came in and painted in the eyes and the flash symbol with Garage US Ivory White. And then I used some pastels at this point to further shade to the skin and lips. And I just wanted to add like another layer of skin tones on it, if you will. So I brought out the trusty pastels and just started shading in the skin and the lips. I then moved on to the lightning highlights on the suit, around the lightning itself actually. And I used the Freak Flex Cat's Eye Yellow to do that. And I also did that, everywhere on the suit that you could see. That the lightning bolts around his arm area, around his waist, and of course the lightning bolts on his side of his head, and of course a lightning bolt on the chest insignia. So once I had that done, I brought out the Garage US Trans Mars Red and I sprayed that over the entire suit. Again, just to kind of tone down that dark red, but yet add another layer of red to the suit. Then of course I pulled out my Awada Transparent Black and I started shading the body using that transparent black. Just all punching up some of the details on the front, the back, the arms, the legs, just to build up some depth. Then I brought out some Garage US Transparent Yellow Orch, and I sprayed that over the yellow to kind of give it a yellow golden look. And I really liked how it looked. It reminded me of the old comic book look of the Silver Age era. So of course, once I had that done, I brought out some of the body bag black from the Freak Flex line and started deepening the shadows once again on the body. You just kind of want to hit the folds and just deepen that shadow and kind of blend it into the red. So then I came back in with some Garage US Trans Red to tone everything back down again on the body and also the base. And believe it or not, the figure was done. So now, last but not least, we move on to the simple nameplate that came with the kit. Over the black, I once again pulled out the Garage US Dark Red and I sprayed that completely all over the sign. Then I came in with some Freak Flex Coward's Yellow and I simply painted in the word The Flash. Then I come in and highlighted the red with some Freak Flex Sunburn Red. You just kind of want to punch that in a little bit just to give another layer of red and kind of accent that nameplate, if you will, and kind of just blend it all together. Then of course I brought out my the Garage US Colors Black and also the Freak Flex Body Bag Black, and I simply highlighted the edge of the nameplate and the outside edges of the word The Flash. And believe it or not, that was it. And then, of course, you know what? The base nameplate was finished. I had a blast doing this kit. It brought back a lot of memories of the glory days of Horizon models. They really did fill a void in the 90s with the boom of comic book characters. They did a lot of vinyl kits, and I had them all at one time, and sadly I've sold them off down the road. But they were great little kits. Of course, when you're dealing with vinyl, you've got warpage, you've got shrinking, you've got all the foam filling. And it was probably late 90s I started dabbling in resin kits, and I've never went back. Even though Garage kits are no longer vinyl kits, you can still find some of the old Billiken and Horizons, and they're still fun kits to build. But this gem, this resin piece, it will now sit proudly in my collection, and I'm blessed to say I have this one. So that's what I did today to bring the Horizon Flash to life. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Talking Models, and I hope that you will subscribe to this channel. It's really simple. There's a little button that says subscribe. Boom. You're in. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm trying to climb to 300, and all you guys have been jumping on board lately, and man, it just warms my heart. Thank you to everybody that's been here since the beginning. Thank you to those who will come on board and just kind of spread the word about this channel. I greatly appreciate it. So once again, thanks for stopping in to Talking Models, and as always, may the Lord bless your day.